So my two new Borg-Warner AL4 solenoids, I don't know what this is, P0 219, came packaged very well actually in this cardboard. They were sealed there. Oh, it says sealed there, I have no idea. They were like that I've already cut them out, and they have a black end, and my current one's a black, so that's actually quite good. And it says BW Borg-Warner. We have a better picture on that. The serial number here is not the same for both. They are a bit oily inside, so they were kept, which is actually quite good. And yeah, well, that's it. That's the two new. Let me, not entirely clear if you can see anything on these. The two new Borg-Warner solenoids. So here is the block out, the valve block, the two valves, and I'm not gonna really take it fully apart and clean off, as you might have seen in quite a number of videos. I mean, there's quite a lot of components, springs and other valves and things, torques, and making it really clean. So I'm not gonna wash off those. I'm only gonna replace the two solenoid valves here. You could potentially watch other videos and replace everything, these metal surfaces, but not gonna do that. I don't see, if they were, the two magnets were like metal shavings, like a lot, I would have then taken it apart, clean it and put it back together, but it looks really clean, so I'm not gonna mess up this sequence of things. And I'm trying to only hold it that way because I don't want to lean on these solenoids. So you have two bolts, the same T30 that you need to undo, and the solenoid valves will come out. Not entirely clear. I don't think there is a gasket in there. Some will have gasket. I don't think mine have a gasket. So let's undo those. That came out alright actually. There is a gasket. This is metal here. That's the gasket for that's the old solenoid. It's Borg-Warner, same thing, 4 dots. So basically you have to look at 4 dots here. The Borg-Warner, the serial number has to be the same clip like that. This protruding 4 little dots, I mean you can't quite see it. That here and there. So the little gasket, I'll try to put it like that. There is actually no gasket. This is the little gasket that goes on like that inside. He just stuck to the block, and the new valves also come. The new valves come with this gasket. That looks quite good. And then on to the second one. Really trying to not to shake it too much and lean on the contacts. That's why I'm that careful. I'm not gonna show you much else on that to take it apart. That's the top bolt. I like to go to the same, and then the bottom, which is down here. Moves a little bit, but well. Bottom bolt when it's turned like that, and I can turn it around. I could lean it like that, yeah. and move this a little bit like that. Comes out, gasket is stuck in, of course, as the other one, and that's the other one. It's a little bit of a film, dark film, but well, I'm gonna clean the whole thing. Same for dots, and it has to be again oriented the same way, like that. I don't think it matters where it's oriented, that way or that, but when you put it on gearbox, then the connection is better be that way. There is like bits and pieces. There is a little cut on here. I don't think I've caused that on the gearbox. It's like when they did it, somebody scratched it when they put it on. But that's it. Next thing is to fit the new ones in, and there is no orientation. These are exactly the same. These are exactly the same valves. One is a lockup, one is a pressure regulator or something like that. You have to double check what they were called. So when you look at it like that, here is the slider pin. This is main pressure solenoid valve. This is the lockup valve. Well, that's how they are. And the new ones, same thing, has a gasket there. Not too much matter what's the number. Says Borg Warner, the 4 dots here, but the Borg Warner is on there. And you simply slide it on. There is no gasket on here, so you simply slide it on, and the torquing of those is 9 Newton meters. I have a very small torque range that is between 2 and 24 Newton meters, so I'll do 9 Newton meters. So these are 9 Newton meters, and they have to face that direction. Actually, they have to be like that, because that's how I put the bolts on. I'll just pre-tighten them slightly. Right, and then the other solenoid valve, new one. I mean, same thing, not much of a difference. 1, 2, 3, 4 dots BW, gasket as well, and then put it on top. Then pre-tighten by hand. And then to 9 Newton meters, both valves, and I have to make sure that they are level. Not entirely level. This one is not quite. Kind of centered. Make sure that they're centered towards here. Well, it doesn't so much matter, but that's how it was before. And I'll try to wipe my hand off, because I have no idea how people are holding this with one hand when taking out of the gearbox. This is so slippery that I don't know. That's why I had a block to hold it off. And then 9 Newton meters, which is quite nothing actually. I'll just tighten a little bit. Until resistance. And then double check that these are aligned, well, they're nearly aligned. One is a little bit offside, but that's a very little offside, so I can just tighten to 9 now. Let's see again. I think that's the 9. Yeah, they're pretty good, straight, and just tighten. I think it's just about the 9 now. It will start clicking. Nine. Nine Newton meters. Let's double check that this is centered. I don't move it too much, but yeah, that's pretty much centered. Not quite perfect, but it's kind of good enough. And I really hope I haven't put any sand on anywhere. And next is to fit the 2 rubber O-rings, because there is a little bit more light. These are the 2 O-rings. They're very, very small O-rings, and it says 221916. These are the 2 O-rings for the gearbox, the 2 things. So I have to compare them to make sure that these are correct. So the 2 rubber O-rings here and here, and use a plastic tool. Don't use a screwdriver. You simply but yeah, there you go. That came out fairly easy. Let me focus a little bit on the soft side. Yeah, not quite entirely. Take the other one out as well. It's fairly easy to undo. You just pick it off and it comes out. Install the new ones in, and there is no orientation. Simply push it in like that. Not gonna clean very much there. I mean, it's already fairly clean. The second one. Double check. So good. And now is the time to clean very well, because I have access very well around that. I can kind of stick inside a little bit there. Clean inside, outside, everywhere the surfaces. As clean as I can get it. And like that all around.